know?
Can you look at a property now with your experience of looking at all, all these properties
Yeah.
and estimate how much it's gonna cost?
Oh yeah. Yeah, yeah, of course. Absolutely. And again, I used to think that that was the game. I used to be so proud of
That you can
myself
just like, oh,
that
this
I'm
is
like,
a
"Oh yeah, like
it's
this is
50
blah blah blah.
grand
I
or
know this. Yeah,
something.
yeah, yeah." Like I thought that was the game. That is not the game, you
That's
know?
some of the game.
And then
It's a
it's
part,
some of
it's a
the game. I mean,
piece.
it's an important, like I said, it gets you a ticket to enter.
Yeah.
Like now that you're in the game, now you have to understand this stuff. And then to get to the next level above that, we didn't even like talk about how, first I had to learn how syndications work. I had to find the right lawyer. I know there's lots of people who've had this same exact thing where they try to build a real estate fund and then they
Mhm.
work with the wrong lawyer. You know what I mean? They work with the wrong people to try to raise the money. They start giving away a bunch of shares and then they realize, wait a second, actually technically all of that is illegal. And we've now broken a bunch of SEC laws, that
Yeah.
sort of thing, right? Like there's a lot of stuff that
Yeah.
you have to learn about that along the way towards raising money. And then finally, for me, like my next horizon, the next goal for me is really understanding taxes and retirement accounts because that's where a huge portion of the
Mhm.
money
Taking money out of
is in people
IRAs.
trying to do self-directed IRAs,
Yep.
people who their primary goal, because like you talk to people who are like the mainstream, the vast majority of us, right, and they're just like, hey, I saved up a bunch of money, what do I do with it, right? But up at this level, those people are like, hey, I make too much money, how do I pay less in taxes,
Right. I
right?
know people like
And
that.
that's exactly, and
Mhm.
that's a very different question that you have to have like a very, very different answers for. And thankfully, we're starting to get some really just like some of the tax advantages of doing what we're doing the way we're doing it are immense.
Good. That's awesome.